Okay, so I'm really excited to talk about this next tool within Video Shadow, and that's the YouTube Keyword Analyzer, because I think more than anything else, when you start to dive into this tool, you really start to understand some aspects of the video ranking algorithm that YouTube uses, and you can harness this information to make better videos and get better intellect in determining whether or not you want to go after a term and how hard that's going to be. So within Video Shadow, we want to launch the YouTube Keyword Analyzer from this button, and I'm going to stick with the same term that I've been using for this demonstration of fly fishing, and I'm going to look at the top 10 listings within YouTube and analyze them to see what they're doing to get to where they're at. So I'll go ahead and start the tool, and what this is doing is using the term fly fishing, giving me the top 10 results within YouTube right now, and pulling all the information about those videos so I can look at it all at once. Now let's talk about what this does for me. Okay, so I'm a marketer and I want to rank for the term fly fishing. So let's just take a broad view right now. The broad view is that for the top 10 results, videos have 256 comments, on average 400,000 views, 561 favorites, 400 likes, were uploaded about 2 years ago into the sports category, have 15 tags, 59 words in the description, and the rank, I guess you can say competitiveness, how difficult it's going to be to rank for these, is medium. Now it's medium for a number of factors, as you can see here. Obviously the views are difficult, the comments, the things like that, those are all difficult. The time, that's difficult. But keep in mind, this is giving you a snapshot that you can't get anywhere else. This is a really hard thing to see by manually going through every single video and capturing this data. Now let's talk what this does for you as a marketer who wants to be in this #1 spot right now for the term fly fishing. So let's look at this #1 video and let's see what they have going for them, okay? There's a few things that they have going for them. Their title, obviously super simple, they're just using fly fishing. And when you're looking across this saying that you want to rank for that term fly fishing, look at the titles used and try to take some information from them to see what title is gleaning the best amount of views. Okay, you can see the views per day here. So if you have your views per day being a lot higher for a particular video, say this one or this one that's on the top, look at the titles that they've used, because that helps capture the click. Now we're also going to talk about looking at the images that they use, but not in this particular video. So take what you can from other marketers that are currently ranking, and this is the same thing that we say for search. If you see a video that's ranking really well, then use what they're doing and try to repurpose it in your own video to try to capture some of what goodness that they have. So look at their title. You can see the page rank of the page that it's on, the number of views, amount of views per day, amount of comments, amount of favorites, the overall rating, the amount of likes, amount of dislikes, when it was uploaded. You can see the tags that were used, the category that it's uploaded to, and this is a lot more important than a lot of people give it credit to. Keep in mind that something that's uploaded to sports may be a lot easier to get views for than something that's uploaded to entertainment. So if you see a trend, or if you have a video that you want to rank for the term fly fishing, and you can see that 8 out of 10 people uploaded it to the sports category, it makes a heck of a lot of sense for you to upload it to the sports category. You can see the description. You can see whether or not somebody actually has a link within their description, and then you can also see who uploaded this particular video. So within this particular subset, we don't see anyone that has a video listed more than once, and you can see if they have any contact information listed. Okay, so that's the overview. Now let's talk about what this does for us, okay? So first and foremost, we know that as a baseline, we need to be within this range of comments, favorites, ratings, likes, dislikes to even be competitive, right? So that tells us a lot of information that if you're going to put a video out for fly fishing, you want to put something out, or you want to try to drive comments and favorites and likes to that video as aggressively as you can. Now the other thing that's interesting is that you'll notice the scaling of rating and comments and favorites are all very literal. Okay, so we do have a lot of old videos. Old videos tell us a lot of things. Just like search, a video that's been established for a long time is going to be harder to uproot than a video that's brand new. So having these be within the years category, you can see that there's some aspects of the YouTube algorithm that look at time. They also do look at sentiment. So things like comments and favorites are very important. So having a lot of comments and a lot of good comments, you can see that there's quite a few people that are commenting on the #1 video, but you can also see that the number of likes versus dislikes is quite well balanced in their favor. So of the 832 people who've liked it, only 20 have disliked it. That results in this rating here. The rating actually is part of the algorithm. Almost call it like a page rank, so to speak. And that's an indication of whether or not this video should be doing well. So if you have a lot of views, if you have a lot of comments, but you have a lot of dislikes, that's going to be working against you, okay? So just make sure that you have this pattern that's working in favor of you. Now, there's other information that we can easily glean from here as well. Obviously, the tags are super, super important. So almost always when I'm looking to rank a video, I'm looking at the top 10 listings, and I'm saying to myself, what is this person doing right now to rank for this particular term? So I'll look at the tags for the #1 video, and I see fly fishing without the space, carp fly fishing, carp on the fly fishing for carp. Interestingly enough, they're fly fishing for carp. You don't see that at all in the actual title. So I'll look at some of these and I'll try to steal them. Same thing with the next one, fly fishing movies, videos, bass fishing, Todd Moen. That's a particular person, but I'll look at what they use. But you'll notice they use this fly fishing one without the space, fly fishing here, fly fishing videos. These are going to be ones that I'm going to say to myself, maybe I should use these tags, I'll capture them. Then I'll go down this entire list and I'll see what tags are being used, where I see redundancy in the top 10, and I'll copy those tags and I'll use them in my own videos. Now, same thing for the descriptions. I'll look at the descriptions and I'll try to get a feel for whether or not this description is helping this video. So if I see a good description or if I see ideas from a description, I'll take them and I'll use them to write my own description. I mean, best practices here, you can see that they're using a URL in their description, but they're not moving it to the first place. So I'd be moving my URL to the front of the description to try to drive more clicks. You can see this for every single video as you go through. You can read the description, try to determine if there's anything there that you want to pull out, copy it to the clipboard, and start writing your own description. So just go down the list and see what works well. The other thing that's interesting, and the thing that a lot of people don't really capture, is the channel actually. The channel helps drive some of the factors determining whether or not a video should rank. So when we're looking, I do look to see if there's a consistent uploader across a single keyword, because that tells me that they're strong for this term. Now, while you don't see that information captured here, if I go to the first video and I right click, I can open the video in a browser, look at the stats, look at the channel, get backlinks, contact the owner, determine that that owner was contacted already, and actually download the video. So there's other aspects of rank which we're going to glean from this information. So first and foremost, I always just look at the video. So I'll go ahead and click on open the video, and this takes me directly to this particular video to view it. So I can see what my competition really is. So I look at quality, I look at the comments, the types of comments. This is really where I start my research to determine how hard it is going to be to uproot somebody. This is a great thing to have, and it's really, really good to have it all in a single location. So I'll look at these videos and see, why is that person ranking? I mean, how good is the video? Can I compete with the videos that I'll be making? After I look at the statistics, that's when I start to look at the uploader channel itself. Now, I look at the channel for a couple of reasons. The channel helps dictate whether or not somebody's going to rank and how well they rank. Now, when I look at the channel, I look at how often they're uploading videos. So we can see they're not uploading videos very often. I look at how many views they have in their channel, and this is by far the most popular video in the entire channel. I look at the page rank of the channel, which is right now it's showing 0. I look at the number of subscribers, which also says 0, so this isn't really telling me a lot. And I try to get a feel for whether or not this person is really, really good at this in particular, or if they're just had a fluke, just got lucky with a particular video. And in this case, it looks like this person did just get lucky with this particular video. Now, if I look at the next one, look at their channel, my assumption is, based on a couple of factors, that this is going to be a little bit stronger. This is from a magazine, a fishing magazine. You can see all of their videos are focused on a similar topic. Some of them are focused on fly fishing, some of them are focused on the magazine, on bass fishing. You can see a lot of subscribers to their channel, a lot of views to their channel. The total views to their channel and the total subscribers to their channel help contribute whether or not this person is going to rank for this term here. So if I have a lot of subscribers to my channel, it means that I get like kind of a free bump, so to speak, from YouTube to say that because you're building a good channel, it also means that I'll give you a little bit more credit than some other guy when you put new videos up. And you can also see what this video looks like relative to the other videos in his. And much like the other ones, you can see that their uploading videos just kind of stopped a little bit ago. You can see as a whole what their category they upload to, the tags they use, the descriptions, same kind of information we get from the individual videos here. Now the other thing that I think is really interesting is when we start looking at the backlinks data. So if we want to go ahead and get backlinks data, that also tells you a good bit of information that you don't get from other places. Now, notice that this has a ton of backlinks. Now, it's foolish to assume that within YouTube, they're not looking at backlinks data or reference data. So just like we do in natural search, when a video page has a lot of backlinks pointing to it, YouTube is looking at that data and saying, a lot of people are referencing this video, then I have to say that this video may be good. It may be something that people want to see, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a boost. Now, if I look at this particular video, Fly Fishing Strikes, I'm willing to bet that it has fewer backlinks than the #1 video. And that's just one aspect of the algorithm, but it's an important one. You can see this has 1457 versus the #1 video that has almost 5,000. So when you're asking yourself the question, which you're probably asking, because I would ask it too, why this one has twice as many views, it gets a similar amount of views per day, similar amount of comments, similar amount of favorites, the rating's a little bit lower, the ratio of likes to dislikes is a little bit more off, and it's older. What's separating them? Then it's a combination of the value of the channel from this guy, Switchfly, versus this guy up on the top, but it's also a combination of what description they used, all the on-page factors that you normally see in Google search, and the backlinks referring back to the video. And he's getting trounced in terms of backlinks. So this makes sense to me. Now, if I'm trying to rank for this now, it tells me that if I want to be #1 for fly fishing, which is super competitive, I better be doing backlinking to my video to compete with this data set. So that's a really, really broad overview, but it also gives us a ton of information. So it tells us, for this term, what does it look like to get to the #1 spot in YouTube, and what kind of work am I going to have to put in? So if I'm not willing to put in this kind of work to compete with these guys, then I start looking at lower hanging fruit terms that are going to be lower search volume, but quicker return. But this tells me everything that I need to know to actually rank within YouTube for any given video.